Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Will Reichert will get this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Cowboys come out, and they are led out by Dak Prescott, as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, three-time Pro Bowler, who is now 32 years old.
Well, it seems like we say the same thing, doesn't it, going into every season? And it's part of being the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. There's no bigger spotlight in sports. The pressure is on you from day one, and Dak Prescott has never shied away from any of it. So can he get back healthy? Can he be out there for all the regular season games? Because when he's been healthy and that group around him has been intact, they're a perennial playoff contender. Can they get back to that? I think that's what everyone around the league is wondering. And a lot of that success down in Dallas is going to come down to the play at quarterback by Dak Prescott.
And I think this is something we're going to see a lot here tonight. The ability to use this run game to really set the tone coming out here for this offense.
Prescott on first down. Left side, caught by Lamb. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone. Big play after big play to start this drive. 34 for that one.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
First down, Prescott. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And no chance to turn and go. That one's good for just a couple.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Second down, Prescott. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line. Jonathan Allen gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's third down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. A shotgun snap for Prescott. This is caught at the 2. And he'll take it on in. George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. The kick is good. Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead.
Vikings nothing.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Price now to return it. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. So the Vikings come out. Technically, it is year 2 for J.J. McCarthy, but really, it's year 1. Did not play at all in the regular season last year with the knee injury. The former Michigan Wolverine, the quarterback of the Vikings.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. Play action now, it's McCarthy. Out to his right, off he goes. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes. That is Donovan Wilson, the safety, able to time it right and come up with the sack.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. Oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
So on 4th down, out comes Ryan Wright to punt for Minnesota. Cavante Turpin to return for the Cowboys. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent.
And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2.
36-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
3rd, they need 8. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the 1st quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection, how can we get extra bodies and extra attention, because we still got a long way to go in this one.
On fourth down, the veteran Brian Anger runs a punt for Dallas. Back deep for the Vikings, it's Miles Price. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The Vikings offense ready for their second possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. And he will score. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
On now for the extra point, here's Will Riker. The kick is good. And the Vikings will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This one fielded at the 15. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to get back to work. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. On play action, here's Dak. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
37-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Back to throw is Prescott. He's got his man. It's Pickens. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
There's no more efficient play
in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
They'll go for it. It's Williams. And he's going to pick up the Cowboys' 1st down as they'll wind up getting 7 on that 4th and 3.
Good for a Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Sometimes it's just the obvious decision that's the correct one. I mean, the offensive line and their ability to win at the point of attack, all you need is one guy to displace the defender and just move him, and that's exactly where the play is designed to go. So you earn the trust to keep the ball on the ground in these gotta-have-it moments, and they come through. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
30-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Throwing is Prescott. Quick throw on target to Pickens. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
3rd and 9. To throw is Prescott. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
6 yards.
It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success. We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
Williams is in. Touchdown, Dallas.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Now Aubrey for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Cowboys will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Vikings 7.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Price now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On play action, here's McCarthy. He connects with Jordan Addison. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 28
A pickup there of 28 yards.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. And he's not able to get away. He does manage to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and that'll set up second down.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They get 25 on that connection. It'll be a Vikings first down.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Cowboys' 10-yard line.
Again, it's Jones. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. 14-7 is our score. We're back to Arlington in a moment. Vikings football as we begin this second quarter. And they've got it with 3rd and 6 coming up. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And he's in. Jordan Addison. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
Riker now to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Vikings will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Cavante Turpin on the return. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. That's Andrew Van Ginkel in on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. Prescott now. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Jake Ferguson was the intended target. And it's going to be 3rd down. Dak to throw. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And it's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Vikings offense and Jordan Addison getting ready to get back on the field. They'll start out 1st down and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing now, it's McCarthy. He'll let this go. Deep for Jefferson. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And will bring up 3rd down.
So often we see on these deep passes, the defender lose track of the ball in the air. They then tend to panic, and it either leads to a big pass completion or a defensive PI. In this case, he stays in phase. He's able to break the ball up and prevent a big play from happening.
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. The Cowboys offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
The tackle by Andrew Van Ginkel. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 4. They'll go again here with Williams. Changing direction there as he's able to pick up 3.
He's across midfield.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try to sneak it here. Oh, the ball's out. And fortunately, he's able to get back on it. So not only will it not be a turnover, but in fact, the drive keeps going. It's a first down. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times. And I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged the bullet. These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down.
A 2-yard pickup.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
And he will have a Cowboys first down. Able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on third and a yard.
First down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on third and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
On first and 10, Prescott. That's out wide to Williams. And he's back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain before stepping out of bounds.
He steps out of bounds behind the
Really
line
well
of
done here
scrimmage.
by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
They'll go with the sneak. And he will have a Cowboys first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker, and they convert on third and inches.
First and 10 at the 26-yard
I don't want to take anything
line.
away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
It's another run here for Williams. And he's into the end zone. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. Cowboys have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead.
Vikings 14.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Ty Felton now on the return. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. In motion, Naylor. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. He'll push forward for about a yard. To Devian Clowney. They're in run support.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
It is 2nd and 9. They run it once more with Jones. And he's going to take this past the 45. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
A gain of 10 yards.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
We'll get this to about midfield. DeMarvion Overshown there on the tackle.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
This one is caught by Addison. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
To the right side here, pass is caught, and they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the Cowboys' 34-yard line.
Off the bootleg, it's McCarthy. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That's a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
To the air once more is McCarthy. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Reichard's kick is good. And the Vikings will cut the lead down to 4.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Reichard had the field goal a moment ago. He's back out now to kick this one away. Short kick taken just inside the 20. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
That's complete left side to Pickens. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup. The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
On second down, it's Dak. He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. To the goal line and in. Jalen Tolbert, touchdown, Dallas.
Like we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. His kick is good. And the Cowboys add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead.
Vikings 17.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Ty Felton now on the return. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to see what they can do. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Jones. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
2nd and 10. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. This ball batted away. That's incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson on that one. And it'll be 3rd down.
And this is exactly how they coach it. Once he realized he wasn't going to get home, he does the next best thing. Get that big old hand up and knock the ball away.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Here comes the screen to Jones. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up. Here's Ryan Wright now as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line.
Over first and 10.
The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. First and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
That's caught by Tolbert, right side. Down to the 10. And he will go all the way. Jalen Tolbert, touchdown, Dallas. His second catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Now, Aubrey for the extra point. He's got it. Cowboys tack on one more to their lead.
35, Vikings 17.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Price now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready for this next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. To throw is McCarthy. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. What can they do here on third down and 7? From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up fourth down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. Here's Dak Prescott and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Dak going to throw it here on first down. Throw left side, caught by Ferguson. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
10 yards on the pickup.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. That's for Ferguson once again. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams.
To Javonte Williams. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. And this was the old NFL record spot, a 63-yard attempt. That one's on target, and it is good from the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goals in NFL history.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Price now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Vikings offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. A run, it's Jones, and he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 16 yards on the game, and a quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
On the draw, here's Jones. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's McCarthy. Over the middle, that's the tight end Hawkinson. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 10 yards.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Headed left. The Cowboys have it.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Cowboys offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They run over center with Williams. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And this will be a short gain down to the 41-yard line. Blake Cashman up from the linebacker's spot to make the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He'll step up and run. And he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
On 3rd down, Prescott. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
54-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And they are not able to add on to their big lead.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. In motion, Naylor. They run straight ahead with Jones. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Quentin Williams there to make the play.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. They're going to work this down inside the 45. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
Open man downfield. It's Hawkinson. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. 23 yards on that pass play. First down, Minnesota.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
McCarthy going to look to throw again. Flush to his right. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Throwing on second down is McCarthy. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
That one is caught in the back of the end zone. T.J. Hawkinson, touchdown Vikings. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Reichard good with the extra point. And the Vikings are able to cut into the deficit.
Vikings 24.
Reichard out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. They'll go with Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9. Play action now. Prescott. In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Prescott to his main man, Lamb. C.D. gets the Cowboys a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They put Pickens in motion. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Williams gets it on the draw. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. That's Andrew Van Ginkel in on the tackle.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Third and 7. To throw is Prescott. Into the hands of Pickens. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
First and 10.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. A throw out wide. That is dropped. That could be a live football. Inside the 20. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery. And the great return for the touchdown. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
Reichard, good with the extra point. And the Vikings will cut the deficit to 7.
Vikings 31.
Reichard out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott, and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. A first down throw for Prescott. That's out wide to Williams. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
On the play fake, Dak. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Cowboys.
First and 10 at the 42.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Dak to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. That's good for 27 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And strong running in deep. Inside the 10-yard line, a gain of 9 on the carry.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points. When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
And he will score again. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. And making a hat trick. That is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value, and so far, this guy's been incredible.
Aubrey now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Cowboys will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Vikings 31. Brandon Aubrey to
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Ty Felton now on the return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. On the give, it's Jones. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Deron Bland with the tackle.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 7. Now McCarthy. Quick throw, taken in, and they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and
Here's third down and a few inches. It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings, as he'll come on to kick for the fifth time here tonight. And no return on this one. Fair catch signaled for, and take the Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming and there's not going to be a lot of gain.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
What is this?
They need 8 as they come up for third down. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. A big connection from Dak to CD, and even 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be. They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 7. On the ground, this is Williams. And to pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for it with Williams. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Well, what looked like an advantage for the offense, Mike, facing 2nd and short now, has turned into a win for the defense. Back-to-back stops for a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This will be a 46-yard attempt. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. Had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Ty Felton now on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. His pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Jadeveon Clowney in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's 3rd down.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Forced to his right. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they turn it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Here comes the jet sweep. And that one shut down right away. Good pressure on the backside. The defense stops him for no gain.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He'll drop this down to Williams. Well, it's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5.
Defensive coordinators
Brings
preach
up
all the
3rd
time,
and
play
4.
pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
It's 3rd and 4. Prescott now. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
He's certainly making a strong case to be in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Week. I mean, a touchdown earlier, now a sack. I mean, you talk about impacting the game in all areas. This guy's having himself a ball game.
On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This will be a 46-yard attempt. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you had things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Ty Felton now on the return. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard mark. The Vikings offense headed back to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. That's caught left side by Hawkinson. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
He'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. It was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll run the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
It's a gain of a yard.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Crazy. To the middle of the field. Taken in by Addison. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Here's Hawkinson in motion. McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. It's a 1st down and a gain of 13.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. In motion, it's Jefferson. On the handoff, Jones. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
A 2-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the Cowboys' 42-yard line.
They run it once more with Jones. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a 1st down. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Forced out left. Now he'll run it.
1st and goal. The quarterback thinks he's got a shot to take this one in himself. I think he's just a little late in his reaction and decision to turn into a runner. Defense has just enough time to get there. They stop him short of the end zone. 2nd and goal.
From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. To throw is McCarthy. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Even when it seems like they're putting a nice drive together, Mike, they just can't seem to escape this pass rush. It has been relentless all game long, and they get him here again.
They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's 3rd and goal. Good blocking, and he's in. J.J. McCarthy. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Will Reichard now on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Vikings are able to edge a bit closer.
51, Vikings 38.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Illegal touching. Offense.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now this looks like a design run, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that goal. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. Now it's Williams. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. They'll drop to throw. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down. And now at 152, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout. On for the field goal now. It's Brandon Aubrey. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys add on to their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Back out is Brandon Aubrey at the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Ty Felton now on the return. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Justin Jefferson and this Vikings offense heading out for their next possession. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Hawkinson in motion. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. It's 2nd down.
Been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
He's going to let one fly for Addison, and they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 29.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Throwing again is McCarthy. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Donovan is a rocker. He gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's 3rd and long.
And this defense, they just continue to put in a great night's work. I mean, Mike, you think whether it's been blitz schemes, stunts, whatever you name it, this offensive line has had its hands full. They have allowed their quarterback to be hit way too many times.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
The previous play is under review.
They're looking both at the feet to see if two were down, but also whether or not he had full possession of the football when those feet were down.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the official upstairs and the replay center in New York get the second look, and indeed this call will be overturned. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally as big, though. We're going to try to make it a one-score game with a two-point conversion. Jones going to try to run it in. And a big conversion for two. And it's a one-score game. The deficit is only 8.